It's 5 p.m. and it is now time for Classic Rewinds. We're going to promote a fantastic concert coming up this Friday night. James Blundell plays at the Barrel Bowling Club, and his support act, our local legend Jo Caseley, will be in a little bit later on. She's going to have a chat to us. It is a jam-packed show.
Steve Chin's also playing support there too, another local.
We have a special guest here in the studio, Jo Caseley. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. I reckon I'm in the right spot because you're talking about Nirvana and you've got a Willie Nelson shirt on, so I reckon I fit in pretty well here.
Fantastic. We're going to go just well. So somewhere between Willie Nelson and Nirvana, we'll meet in the middle there.
Yep, I reckon that's perfect.
Great stuff. Now, Jo, I've seen you perform around the area for a few years now, and really love it when you play and sing, and you write your own songs and play guitar and everything. I think the last time I might have seen you play was when we had Bill Chambers play out at the Southern Forest Inn a few years back, who is Casey Chambers' dad and a great artist in his own right. And you did just as well as him that night also too. It was a great night.
Thanks.
But Jo, we look forward to seeing you on Friday night at the Barrel Bowling Club, and you'll be opening for James Blundell.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And when I was asked to do this show, I was very excited. There was no way I was going to hold back. So first time I'll be playing at the Barrel Club, so I'm looking forward to it. Great. Yeah.
Well, just so you know, they've been putting on some great concerts at the Barrel Bowling Club.
It's a great building.
Yeah, Daz and I called Carice Eden there the other fortnight, and she was just fantastic. And they've had Metal as Anything and Radiators and so on. Yeah. And they're going with a country night on Friday night. There are still tickets available for our listeners. And you'll be opening for James Blundell as well as Steve Cheers. Yeah. And James Blundell will be bringing some others of his friends too to sing. But what can we look forward to from you?
Fantastic. Well, I will be playing a half-hour set. I'll be opening up. I think I start at 7 o'clock. And I'll come about 6 songs out from my latest release, which is an album called Albany. And it was written over a period of years. Most of the songs I wrote on the road while my husband and myself and my then aged 2 and 4 children packed up our family home and rented it out and hit the road in a caravan for 7 months, and I played all around Australia promoting my previous album. And I was in a place in WA, Albany, a beautiful place on the coast, and that's where I wrote the title track. So I'm really looking forward to sharing songs from Albany.
So you did the victory lap, they call it. You went all around Australia in 7 months. And
yes, and it's interesting you say previous to that, but the last time you saw me play was with Bill Chambers. I was greatly influenced by the Chambers family. At first it was the Dead Ringer Band, which was the family band with Bill and Casey and Nash and their mother Diane. Their music was the first time I'd heard country music and just felt a real connection. Previous to that, I hadn't really...
it was more the Nirvana side.
It was definitely the Nirvana side. Nirvana, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix. I was very much 60s influenced, as you know, and Janis Joplin and all that era I just loved. And I loved the grunge, and I loved everything a little bit, off beat. But I think that's why I loved the Dead Ringer Band and the Chambers family, because they're very offbeat. They just, they got famous.
That's more on the Willie Nelson side.
And that's why I love Willie Nelson, because he's the same. They just say, screw it to what everyone else wants and thinks. We're totally not doing what's within the rules and what we're meant to do. We're just going to do what we want to do, and that's what I connect with.
Great, and that's what makes artists like that and yourself unique and great to listen to. Yeah. Excuse me for a second, Jo. Daz, when we had Jo just test the microphone before, I think if she sounds any better,
I think she can get a job here.
We're going to be out of a show.
Easily.
Jo, you have a great voice for us to. I've listened to you read me a menu, so I'm looking forward to you. I've listened to you to read a telephone book.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to you hearing you sing again. It's been a little while since I have done, but a few of those days back when I worked out at Southern Forest at the pub there, and you played a couple of the New Year's gigs and so on. and just looking forward to hearing you
Oh,
sing.
great. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to it more than anyone because, you know, it's something that I absolutely love to do.
Oh, angel, sweetest thing, when you're around, when you're beside me, I know I can do anything. I'd reach for the
You said that
stars.
on your trip around Australia, that inspired you to do some songwriting, and I guess when you see those remote places in WA, how could you not be inspired to do some artistic stuff like that? But does being a mother inspire you to write songs?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you do. You see life from a totally different angle once you have children. So, yeah, you look at things a little bit differently and you get to a stage in life where you start reflecting on your own childhood once you have children and all. You know, why wasn't it like that for me? And it brings a lot of things out of the woodwork unexpectedly, I think, becoming a mother and then reflecting on your own childhood through that inadvertently. Yeah, but Albany was written, I'd say that, you know, I think artists always say they still write their best songs, so I've got to remember that. But if I was going to pick one of my songs that I've written, Albany is probably the one that I'm the most proud of.
The title track from the Albany album.
Yeah, and it was one of those songs where everything just fit together. I'd been working on some open tuning, and I had this sort of beautiful melody and some nice chords that I'd been working on, and I knew that it was special. I'd sort of been keeping it for the right lyrics and the right story. And when we got to Albany, we visited the point up there where you sort of look out on the harbour in Albany, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not, but the first 7 fleets, I believe, of the Anzacs left Australia.
Yeah, big sculpture there.
That's
Yeah.
right, and that's where I was. I went to the memorial there and saw this amazing, the amazing sculpture, which is of the Australian White Horse over in Gallipoli fighting the Turks, and it moved me like I can't tell you. It just was an experience knowing that I was standing there on the same land that these magnificent, brave men, legends, left and didn't return. You know, it was such a humbling
Never
thing,
come back.
and never came back. And for them, it was the last Australian soil that they stood on.
That's what a great way to put it.
It was the last country they ever saw, was there in Albany. So Albany is a really prolific, amazing place that I felt a great connection to. And then later that day, after visiting the memorial, I went for a swim at the beach, and I sort of dove into the water, and it was really cold, and you know, you usually get that shock when you sort of jump into the surf. But I just felt this connection with this woman, like an out-of-body experience, and I thought of all the women that must have been standing at those shores watching their men sail out to sea, and having never seen them again. And that's when I got the idea for this song, and to write it from a woman's perspective, which was that, you know, her husband did leave from the waters of Albany. That was the last place she ever saw him and held him and felt connected to him. So she goes back to Albany to feel close to him, and then eventually to say goodbye. You know, she moves on and knows that she has to get on with her life without him. So that's Albany.
With an explanation like that, we better play the song.
Okay, and I'll quickly mention my amazing band. It was Sid Green was the producer of that album, and he just did such an amazing job with that album and this song. And yeah, it was just made special by his magic touch. So I'm very grateful for that. And the boys from 1920, of course, were my backing band on the album. So
fantastic. Who are a few of them locals also. So.
Yeah, Kane Denelli.
Some great talent.
And
Great
he's
talent.
on the coast now, and John William on the double bass,
Mhm.
and Sid on drums, and he's the producer of the album. So yeah,
Good
it
stuff.
was a really fun experience. They made it feel like home. So that album feels like home.
Well, what a backstory for you to tell us about Albany the song. We'll play that in just a second, and how inspired you must have been. I'm hanging off every word, but we'll play that song right now. But this Friday night you can catch Jo playing at the Barrel Bowling Club. She'll be opening for James Blundell. A little bit later in the program we'll chat to James Blundell also, and we'll be giving away some tickets for that one. But Jo, thanks for being on Classic Rewind.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
When you set out, there were smiles and cheers. But you never came home from Gallipoli. I cried 1,000